Hey, welcome to Talk Comics to Me. I'm Champenstein.
I'm Heather.
That's my friend.
I'm Heather Hadfield.
And we're here to talk to you about comics. Ow. I hurt myself, don't worry.
Well, now I am kind of worried since you told me what it was.
But I don't have anything good. Anything good over there?
I don't have anything good.
Okay, well, hopefully you're having something good.
Feelings are in shortage right now.
I guess I should start.
Yeah, Champ's got a load of comics today, so they're just gonna be, blasting them out.
Just gonna be blasting them. First I have Breakout.
I don't. Sorry.
This is issue number 1. I read it off the wall because I have been spending too much money on comic books. So I read Breakout. It's a book about these maybe aliens that come to Earth in cubes and start abducting kids like age, 5 through 20 or 18, something like that. Some weird numbers. Some kid age.
Well, according to the justice system, 18 is legally an adult.
I know. But people's brains aren't fully developed until they're 25.
That's fair.
Anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, regardless, that's a conversation for a different time. They're abducting, abducting young people, and there's a lot of parallels to things going on now in protests and people not wanting to wear masks or listen to the government. And anyway, nobody should listen to the government. I get it.
That's fair.
Yeah, but anyway, these kids are getting abducted. Other kids are just like, we're gonna take it into our own hands, and they put together a ragtag team of
ragtag teams.
Yeah,
Love them.
That's why I really enjoyed the book. Was like I said, they put together a ragtag team. I really liked the way they did it, like with the panels and like just the beats fit really well. Mm-hmm. That was like one of the best parts about it. And they plan on breaking into this prison to save a kid's brother and try to save the kids who are in this cube.
Love that.
Yeah, so it's an interesting idea. I didn't like really like the book necessarily. There were like things that were enjoyable. I really liked the art. I should have looked up who did the art before we started recording.
I didn't think about it. I can do it while you talk about it a little more.
But yeah, it was just like, it was good. I liked the art. I liked the colors a lot. But the story was just like, I don't know. Some first issues can be much stronger than others. And this was not a first issue that like really hooked me in. I also just, kids or whatever.
Wilton Santos.
Okay. Yeah. That was an aspect I really enjoyed. And I don't know, it was interesting. I'll read the second issue off the wall too, but
could have been worse.
Could have been better, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'll stick with I don't know. I'm not a professional.
Yeah, I was about to say we are, but no, we're not.
No, we're not. So this is the Image 30th Anniversary Anthology. This is issue number 1. This is just an anthology. Can you believe it?
And you said it was just like number ones of like potential or new ones that could be coming out?
I think so, or just like, because it's supposed to like continue like through each book. So I don't know, but there's very like small snippets of all these stories in here. Some like are a little bit longer than others.
And the artist that I love.
Yeah.
That's the one you were telling me about.
Yeah, so I just like, I got to Mirka's story. Yeah, Mirka and Dolpha's story. I did not like it. There was like, I got to this point where like I like the colors a lot, but I was like, I'm not gonna read this many words.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You can't make me.
Can I flip through that?
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't really have a chance to.
Yeah, it was fun. There's a story by Wes Craig in there.
Oh, cute.
So that was enjoyable.
Oh my god.
So there's people like I like, but also people I don't like or care about. But
there's tons of creators in here that I really like.
So yeah, it's just
okay.
A little bit of everything in there.
Where do I know their art from?
Maniac of New York.
Oh, I don't know that one. I mean, I know what it is, but I didn't read it. It just
Yeah.
looks like someone else, so okay.
Yeah, no, I think because the covers look like that.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm sure you've looked at the interiors of that book.
That would make sense. Oh, and then that artist.
Yeah, that story was very strange.
Yeah. Well, yeah, titties here.
Yeah, it was very, very strange. You might like it, but I was not a fan. I don't, it's just one of those things where it's like, that's too much.
Okay. Well, looks very interesting. I might read it tomorrow.
I mean, if
Like
nothing
off the
else,
wall.
it's like interesting. There's like some fun stories in there.
Okay.
What's it?
It's like $5.99, right?
Yeah, it's $5.99,
Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
No, not at
Not
all.
for, like,
For how much you get out of it.
Yeah, and usually those anthologies are more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, I'm not sure if you know, when the second one comes out, is it going to be another row of like
It's going to be the same. It seems like it's going to be the same stories.
like continuances?
Yeah, because
okay.
it says, like it has a different story by Mirka. Then it has the Jeff Johns story that's in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
The Brendan Fletcher and Erica Henderson one. The White Kennedy and Luna Vecchio, those guys.
Vecchio?
Yeah, Kyle Higgins and Francesco Mina. And then they're doing a Maxwell Prince one.
Ooh.
And then, Wes Craig continues his. And...
Okay, so some of them are continued and
Yes.
there's just going to be some new ones in there too. Okay, that's cool. That's an interesting little idea.
Yeah, so just suppose if you like any of those creators I just rambled off and mispronounced names for,
Check it out.
check it out.
All right. Anthology.
Anthology.
I have Urban Legends. Batman Urban Legends. This is issue number 14. This continues some of them and starts a couple new ones. I mean, I don't really know at this point what new things I can say about it, considering it's the same thing in every issue. It's just short stories throughout the DC universe with different characters. This recent last like 3 or 4 issues have had a lot to do with like the animals within the DC universe, which has been very interesting. There's a story in here by Vita, which I've been really enjoying. It's Batman and that's not the one. Batman and I don't know how to say her name.
Zatanna?
Is it just Zatanna? I've heard so many, like, it pronounced several different ways, and I was like, I thought it was Zatanna, but again, I don't know
I'm just going to say
her
Zatanna.
very well. Oh, yeah, Zatanna.
I know her very well. We're best friends.
Yeah, I figured.
I call her up all the time.
That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's just an anthology of short stories. There's usually 4 or 5 of them, and they continue for about 3 or 4 issues. And usually every issue, they'll have one story that's like a short story. Like that's just it, just that one issue. So a lot of different creators. I don't think I'm going to take this off ever because I do really enjoy this one, and I think this just gives me as much as I need for certain characters. I do, however, wish this story with Constantine was just a forever story. It's really good.
All right.
And that's all.
Who does it?
The second story is by Ryan Cady.
Okay. I feel like I know that name.
Yeah, I know the name too, but I couldn't think, like, I know the artist the most.
Yeah, I was saying, I know the art.
And I just can't even think of where I know the artist from. But I have read several books that has this artist. So yeah, I think the teams that work on the stories together are really good fits. Like, I've never been, like, the stories that I have not been as into has not been for one or the other. It's just because I just wasn't into the story.
Yeah,
but
it just wasn't as good.
Yeah. But yeah, writer and artist working together on each of these are perfect.
All right.
So now it's both of us.
Yeah, we're going to talk about more Batman stuff.
This is almost done.
This is issue 11. This is Batman, Catwoman. I don't know if I need to go back to read the last issue because all of this was nonsense to me. This just felt like insane nonsense.
Yeah, it was like, I feel like this sort of issue was supposed to be done earlier because it's like 3 different storylines that are like coming together.
Yeah.
And I get it, there is one issue left and that's like everything that's going to happen. But usually everything is revealed in this one, in issue 11, like right before the end. And this one, yeah, it just got so confusing. Like I have no idea what happened. Like Champ and I were just talking about this. There's like a baby in it. Like, who's the baby? Where did it come from? Anyway, the art was really good for the most part. The butts and titties were not as extreme as they could have been, except for this one, which blew me away.
Yeah, every time I see her in her costume, I'm just like, I don't understand how you put that on.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, and then this
looks physically impossible.
That butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Butts are kind of weird in this story. They're too
poppin'.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's almost done. I'll see how I feel like I should go back and read all the other issues before that last one comes out, just to like maybe clear some things up in my head. Because I feel like I had to like nab on it for a minute, but then it's just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah. And I was kind of excited to read this one because I was like, it's almost done. Like, we just had a lot of stuff happen in the last few issues, and like, I'm excited to see what the twist reveal is. Maybe Tom King is just trying something new.
Maybe he's just punking us.
Yeah, maybe he's just like, let's just fuck up the whole story. Let's like not have anything revealed, no conclusion, just go wild.
Just put fucking photos of shit and pows and bangs and like words that just like...
What if we have to read it like a manga? What if there's like 3 different stories in there and there's 3 different stories in each issue and we have to read it one story at a time? And he's like, I wonder if these dumbasses are going to figure it out.
Let's go back and read it multiple times.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Gonna have to.
Okay, so next we have Eternals. This is issue number 11. This is getting into Judgment Day. Eternals are fucking with Avengers.
Literally just fucking with them. Like, just, they are Ashton Kutcher. Which I thought...
they are getting punked.
Yeah, they are just like, let's go to the Avengers cave and let's just... It's a mountain, I know that. But I just think it's funny imagining it as a cave. Yeah, they just go there and they're like, let's stall them for as long as possible. Yeah. Mess with them, don't give them real answers, and see how they react.
It just seems like they could have talked to them and been like, hey, we want to talk to this thing, this ghost god of ours.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have understood.
We just want to see what's up.
Yeah. I'm like, especially if they took it to Black Panther.
Thanos is back, so we should just... Yeah. You should just let us talk to this dude.
Yeah, that's literally all they had to say, but because they're Eternals...
They just go and break in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what that has to do with anything, because it doesn't, but they just, they go in a very roundabout way of getting what they want instead of just communicating.
Yeah.
But whatever. Something's happening soon. Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is coming.
It's coming.
But the next issue is the last issue of at least this part of the Eternals.
Yeah. I am going to look it up because I wonder if that's just the last issue. I swear there was like another one shot that was supposed to be coming out soon, but I might have just been thinking of the Heretic.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like I saw it.
And I know that there's a bunch of books for that. I think there is an Eternals book for that Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do recall seeing that. But I'm going to do a little research on it because I am curious, because I was like, to be concluded, like the whole series or just the story arc? I think it's the whole series.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Usually when they do that sort of stuff.
It definitely does. But I'll look into it and let you know sometime. Oh, do you want to go?
I mean, you can go. Okay.
You can go.
So I guess technically Heather also read this.
Mm-hmm. I did.
This is Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country. This is issue number 1. I'll just be calling it Nightmare Country from now on.
Yes.
That makes the most sense to me. This is supposed to be just a little jumping in point to the Sandman universe. It was really confusing. It felt like I should know people that I don't know. Or have some sort of like, Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say there's several instances, well, maybe like 3, where they show like certain characters and it seems like based off of like the beats within the story that it's like that is a familiar person. Like you know who this person is, but I've never read any like Sandman things. All my Sandman knowledge is from what you have told me about like the dreaming.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of where my knowledge comes from. And that was like a really easy book to just step in.
Right.
And so I have like a vague grasp, I think, on what's going on, but not enough to be like, oh, I am planning on reading Sandman soon anyway, so maybe that'll just like we'll just come full circle and
clear everything up.
Clear it
for
up.
you.
But yeah, I just like I love the art. Like I like the transitions between like the nightmares and like the real life situations, and I don't know what's gonna happen though, because I didn't understand, so I don't know if I understood understood anything, if it would make things clearer and what was gonna happen in the future. Or
I was gonna say, so I went into it with just not Sandman at all, like no Sandman universe. This is just its own story, and I liked the nightmare aspect of it. I was still confused because you can't just go into a Sandman book thinking like no Sandman affiliation. But I mean, yeah, I did like the story. The art was incredible. I loved it, and I did like how like gross some of it was.
For sure, yeah, some of it was like really disgusting.
So I think I might actually like pick up the first issue and like read them as they come out.
Yeah, I think it'd be worth it. It's just hard at the same time.
Yeah, I had thought about adding it to my poll when it was first solicited, but because it was a Sandman book, I decided not to, because I haven't read any Sandman stuff, and I didn't know how much knowledge I would need for like prior events and stuff that had happened to understand what was going on in here, which is why I just didn't. But you said that the other day where you're like, no, for this one you don't need to like know anything about it.
Yeah,
it's a good jumping. That's the only reason I read it.
That's why it's like literally in the solicit. It says it's a good entry point into the Sandman universe, and it's like, well, if the dreaming was a really like the dreaming waking hours was a really easy like jumping point, like why would this not be
right?
And I just don't know. I don't know what aspect of it was like the most confusing for me. If it was maybe just like I couldn't grasp like what was happening or why things were happening.
Yeah,
like I got that there's the scary nightmares,
mouth eyes,
and then teeth eyes, and then tongue eyes.
Yeah, I just didn't know if any of the characters...
Like, are they after each other? Like, who's after who? What's happening here?
From what I understood about it, when you see the mouth eye man in your dream, it's followed by the other guy who is going to kill you. Because at the end, he said, now we have to go see this guy, which was the guy who, in this beginning of the story, had seen that guy in his dreams. That was just, I don't know if that's right, but I just assumed because it was the callback to that other character who had also dreamed about him.
Possibly. I just don't.
Saw him in his nightmares. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea because I don't know who these characters are.
We'll find out. It'll be fine.
We'll get there. We'll read.
Yeah, we'll read this book. It'll be okay. Next I have Regarding the Matter of Oswald's Body. This is issue number 5. This actually came out like a month ago. Maybe longer.
Has it been that long? I thought it was just a few weeks, but I also don't read it, so I wasn't paying attention.
I think it's been a month. We got a bunch of damaged copies and finally got our replacements in. So I finished the book, and everything kind of goes haywire at the end. And
do they find out who killed John F. Kennedy?
Well, yeah, they did a long time ago.
I know. Did they find his body? Oswald's body?
Well, the original people, like, who hired this other ragtag team, a different ragtag team, to, like, help Oswald escape, they buried his body and in this place they were all staying. So the bad guys did find his body very quickly.
Good.
Just very, very quickly.
He needed that body. Did it really happen, like, fast?
Yeah, all of it was pretty quick, but it was also just, like, I like this. I like the story, but I also was just like, it's all right. I could take it or leave it. Really.
Yeah.
Either way, it's just
cute little story.
Yeah, cute little story about Lee Harvey Oswald.
Love those.
Yeah, fucking dick.
In every story that I have read that has him in it, in one way or another, he's a dick.
He's just an asshole.
A little turd.
Yeah.
A turd baby butt boy. Okay. Amigo? Okay. Yeah. This is Human Remains. There we go. This is Human Remains. This is issue number 7. I have not been able to read this because I never got my issue number 3, but I did just order it today. I found a copy of it on my comic shop. So once I get that, I will be able to finish reading it. This is about the alien that shows up on Earth that does not like loud sounds, and if you make loud sound, they kill you. And it follows a newly married couple.
Sounds like me.
No loud sounds.
No loud sounds.
It follows a newly married couple who were at their wedding when this whole event started taking place. That's really as far as I was able to get before I could stop reading. So there is one issue left of this, I believe. Yeah, there's 8 issues. So hopefully I will be able to get number 3 before the last one, and then I can read it all and give you a thorough review on it, because from the first 2 issues that I read, I did like this quite a bit, but that was 5 issues ago, so we'll see.
But you've hung on, so that's nice.
Because I did really enjoy it from what I had read from it, and I was expecting to get number 3 a lot faster, and then forgot.
Yeah.
Every single time it would come out, I'd be like, fuck, forgot I don't have number 3 still, so I will get it someday.
Well, we tried.
Yeah, we actually did. Wendy tried to, like, multiple times. We just weren't able to get him in. And I don't know why, because I also, that came out at the same time as Once in Future number 21, and I never got my 1 in 10 variant for that either.
Diamond was just like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, it was just that one day, like, we didn't get any replacements for any of those that were, like, damaged or shorted that day. So, yeah, Diamond really said, fuck Legend.
All right, you ready?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Okay, so next we have Rain. This is issue number 4. Mm-hmm. And this is almost done, right? 5 issues?
I think there's 6.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I might be 5, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember it was short, so.
Honeysuckle gets to her Yolanda's dad's house, or parents' house, and that's a bummer.
Yeah, this was every single issue has been pretty sad in a way, but this one just really, like, the whole, I don't know, matter of why it was sad and why that event took place just really
it was not cool.
Yeah, because sometimes I forget that people like that do truly exist.
Oh yeah,
like to the point where they would use this thing to their advantage.
Yeah, and to do something awful. Yeah. No, people are terrible.
Yeah.
If there's anything we've ever learned from anything post-apocalyptic, the real monsters are the people.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a hard-hitting issue. I think too, because of the ending, like, because you feel a slight bit of joy, and then the last, like, line just kind of, like, brings you back to earth, where you're just like, oh, okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
So something awful is gonna happen.
Yeah, the end of the world truly is still happening, but I don't know. I love this book. I think it's really good. I think there's like a word that I'm trying to think of, which is why I keep stopping, and I can't think of what it is, but it's just a really good idea for a book, and it's done really well. And I just love the characters, and it's so good.
Yeah, I like the art a lot, too.
Yes.
I think the art just, like, really sells the story quite a bit.
It's, like, it's kind of eerie.
Yeah.
And the colors are really good. Like, I love that each panel is, like, a different shade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just very good.
Agreed.
on that note is what, like, really, yes. I would definitely recommend this to people. We have both recommended this to several people. So if you haven't read it, you probably should, because it's 5 issues, and if you're not reading
or
then
6, maybe.
Yeah, or 6. So just read it. It's not a big
deal. Or
deal.
just pick up the trade, too, when it comes out.
Either one. And the comic line or whatever has a lot of really neat stuff coming out soon.
Yeah,
so
true.
Pay attention.
I like how it says the madness continues in April. We're in April now. Let it continue.
Where's the madness?
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So next we have Farmhand. This is issue number 16. So it has been 2 years since we have had an issue of Farmhand, but I kind of hopped right in and I figured it out.
Yeah, no, it was...
I felt like kind of fine. I was like, oh yeah, I get it. I know what's happening.
It was easy to remember, not remembering like specific things that had happened, but to remember overall like what was going on in the end of the last story arc, like where it led to here. And I did like that when I opened it to start reading it, it has been 2 years since we have read it. It felt like that long of a distance within the comic as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I thought that was a really cool little detail.
Yeah, just I do really like this book. It's weird because when I started reading it, when I got it, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I really want to keep reading this. Like, it's just been so long. I don't know if it'll be enjoyable anymore. And I don't know, I still really liked it.
Yeah,
I still like the beats, and I thought it was like even the continuation was good. Like
I struggled with whether or not I wanted to get it too. Like, I had a period of time where I was like, I'm going to take this off my pull, and then I didn't. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I did truly enjoy this. Since you're there, I hated the author's note at the back.
Did you?
I did. It just, I don't know. I will tell you off camera.
Okay.
why it was, like, strange. But anyway, I feel like all those author's notes were like that for me, though, too. For no reason.
Yeah, some of them for me were like that. But yeah,
but the book is good, and I can say that I have grown to like the art quite a bit. And the first couple issues when it came out, I did not like it, but I think in this one specifically, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't mind it at all. It works really good for the story because the plant people look really cool, and like the normal people, I don't know, it's got a nice little comic edge to it.
And it's going to only be 26 issues, so
we got about
10 issues left, and
we're getting there.
It won't probably be 2 years between that again.
Because if that happens, I cannot do it anymore. I have to stop.
All right, so next I have We Ride Titans. This is issue number 3. This is
Fast and Furious.
Yeah. This, well, kind of, and yes and no, but Kit, who is our main character, is riding a Titan, and this other Titan comes in, and they start getting in fight, and this is like her dad and her brother kind of like teaching her, but also fighting with one another. There's just like a lot of family drama going on.
I feel that.
So it's a good book. I really like the art. I don't know if I really care about the story, but I don't think it's bad.
Is it just one of those where you're just kind of vibing with it?
Yeah, I am really just vibing with it. It's not, like I said, it's not necessarily a story for me, but I don't hate it. So, and I like the art, so I'm just gonna keep going with it.
Is it limited?
Yeah, I think so.
I felt like it was, but sometimes they do that where I'm like, yeah, it's limited, and then they're like, no, this is going to keep going forever.
I mean, I suppose it depends on like what happens within the story. I don't think it would not. Yeah, it would really depend, because I think it would have a potential for going like a long period of time, but I don't think it needs to. Right,
and I was going to say, if it does go beyond like this first arc, I feel like you would only read the first arc, right?
Yeah,
depending on how it goes.
Yeah, I would say it depends on how it ends, what happens, like what could potentially happen in a second story arc.
Okay.
And so next, on that note, I have Radio Spaceman
Spachemin,
Mission to Numa 4. This is 2 of 2. Nice little short boy.
Damn. Can I see that when you're done? Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you can
just wanted to flip. Is this the Hellboy book? Or is it just...
Yeah, it's just a Mike Mignola book.
I never know.
And Greg Hinkle does the art. I really like the art a lot. Mm-hmm. The book was just fun. Just a story about an old man who can, like, jack into a spacesuit, and he teams up with this doctor to try and save, or just try to save her, I guess.
Newman.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, the art is really good.
Yeah, no, the art was really, really good.
It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. What is it? Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, it was just a good, enjoyable book. Nice little 2 issues, and wham bam, done.
Wham bam. Later.
Yeah, it was just, I liked it for that. Mm-hmm. That's why I kind of, like, that's why I like all of those things. Like, even those Hellboy books, they're just, like, 4 issues. Like, kind of like the Sumerian thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
thing for you, where it's like a few issues and done. Like
the Conan ones, and then the Elric books, because the Elric ones are 2 every single time, and I'm like, perfect. That's all I need for this kind of story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, fun stuff.
Right.
It says Norse mythology. This is issue number 3. Is there 2 more?
I think there's 1 more.
Is there 1 more? Okay.
Yeah, because this is signaling the beginning of Ragnarok. No, probably 2 more, actually, now that I think about it, because they have to go through...
Yeah, the next one is the last days of Loki.
Yeah, all of the stuff that Loki goes through, and then... You know.
Just lots of stuff going on here. Nearing the end.
I didn't like this issue.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had read it or not.
I thought it was it was weirdly paced. I did not like how the story... I mean, I love this story.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this particular issue, the way that the pacing of it was just very strange to me. And maybe I was just, like, in a weird spot after... Because this is the last one I read, so maybe I just, like, read all these other ones first. But
I kind of did actually like the pacing of this one. Like, I liked the way the, like, chapters were broken down in it a lot.
I absolutely love when Hell is introduced, because I love Hell. I loved that panel so much. I thought that was
that
hilarious.
Panel was really good.
But yeah, it's I'm very, very excited to see the the whole binding of
conclusion.
Loki. Yeah, I hope they show Loki's wife Sigyn, but we'll see. They never show her in anything, and I hate when they don't. She deserves way more credit.
I mean, you never know. Give Nal Gaiman
Yes.
Give Nal Gaiman a chance.
I will. I recently found out that there is a book. I just ordered it yesterday because I just found it, like an actual novel called The Goddess of Nothing at All, which is about Sigyn. And I'm very excited.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because I've read a book about Angrboda, which was Loki's frost giant wife. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was really, really good. It's actually one of my favorite books. And then I was just looking up random Norse mythology books, and I found one about Sigyn. So cool. I'm very excited.
Cool. Very good. So next we have a book called Vanity. This is issue number 1.
This is a Black Caravan joint.
Heather, you want to talk about this book?
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the story about Countess Elizabeth Bathory, who, if you have not heard of her at all, she is known for being one of the world's worst serial killers, but in a very medieval way. She was a countess who used to murder virgins and bathe in their blood because she thought it would keep her young.
Cool.
Yeah, very exciting.
That is good stuff. There's a full... I do want to say this out loud because this was my least favorite thing, and I do feel like I need to judge somebody for this. There's like a page and a half, 2 pages of text in just the worst font, way too close together.
It is very hard to read.
And way too small. Like, I started to read it, and I was like, no, I'm not...
I feel like, this might help.
I'm not going to do that. So...
It's very difficult to read.
Unfortunate, because I was interested in it, but not enough to to actually read it.
Yeah, it does, from what I could read, because I got about halfway through here, and then I just went to this and started reading this, but it does give a lot of information about the background of the political state at the time and the religious state.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when I started reading, I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I can't see it.
Yeah. So yeah, I am going to try to read it again, since that having the page there kind of helped me a little bit, and if I can, then I will let you know what it says.
Relay the information. Yeah. Like I was telling Heather the other day, the art in this reminds me a lot of a game we played called Escape from Far Castle. Mm-hmm. And it's just like very like etchy, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I really like it a lot. I like the way it looks.
The colors are really, really good in it too, because they're just very dark, and I think given the time period that this takes place in, it works really, really well.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll add it to my profile. I might just read like your issues.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like I didn't like it, but I was just like, eh.
Yeah. I found it interesting the way that they are telling the story, because it's told through her eyes. Mm-hmm. So everything that you're seeing on the pages, you don't really get to see her until the very end when she like looks in the water. Yeah. But I like that aspect of it. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, because, I did like that a lot.
Yeah, you get like an idea of what she was going through, which I think if you're going to tell a story about someone, you might as well do it that way.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay, last one.
Last one.
We got it. This is 7 Secrets. This is issue number 16.
We're getting there.
We're getting to the end. Yeah, lots of stuff happened here, so I don't really know what to tell y'all.
My boyfriend is big and evil.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
That's all I want to say. And I actually broke up with him in this.
I can only hope, because he is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he is.
He's a bad guy.
He's very, very bad. At first, like when you figure out he's the bad guy and he gives his reasons and you kind of hear about like what was going on, I was like, okay. But then he just kept going, and I was like, I don't really want to be a part of this.
Yeah, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I'm interested to see like how they do end up wrapping this up, and like what happens and what's going on. Like, are we we have to see his dad again?
Yeah, because he just popped up for one, like, what's up, and then disappeared.
Yeah, like, peace out.
Yeah. So basically they are in Fairyland. Is it Fairyland or just Fairy?
I think it's just Fairy.
Just Fairy. Whatever. And bad boy Eamon has a demon, and he is attempting to become more evil with it. And Casper and his group of good...
Save the world. Under the guise of saving the world.
Yes, that is his whole thing. But then Casper and his group of the good boys, they are all coming to stop him before that happens, because they are the good boys. Does not quite work out that way. Stuff happens. Heads get cut off. People die. But we'll see.
Well, I wasn't going to say any of that stuff, but...
Well, we don't know how much is true. They're in Fairy right now.
All of it is true. We just watched all of it happen. Okay, well, that's it. That's all we got for you. We did it in such a short amount of time. I'm really proud of us.
Oh, we read Daisy.
Oh, yeah, we did read Daisy.
We read Daisy.
It's issue number 5.
The last one. I think when we get it, the book, we should actually talk about it, because there's several pages that I want to show the world.
Yeah, there's some good pages, and it's like a book I feel like I need to look at when I'm reading it. But it did tie up very nicely.
Yes, it was very, very good.
I did like that a lot.
Because that had the ending that I was like, damn, that was really good. But I can't remember it now because,
Yeah, that was your reaction.
Yeah, it was really good.
Enjoyable.
We'll talk about it, though, when we get our actual copies, because they were damaged and shorted, yes. So one day we'll be able to read all of our comics and tell you all about them.
So now that's it, I guess. And we appreciate you listening. Go support your local libraries, go support your local comic book shops, buy some fucking comics. Please.
Yes, please keep us going, keep us in business, love your friends, love your neighbors.
Yeah, just take care of one another, do good things. As we say at Talk Comics to Me, keep yourself aware of anything going on, and Just take care of the people you can and do what you can for yourself.
And if you need help, don't be scared to reach out.
Yeah, maybe not to us because we're on the internet, but if you
you can reach out to us.
If you see us in person.
If you need to. We're here.
You don't even have like any of your social media stuff turned on.
But I do check the Talk Comics to Me one sometimes, so...
Okay. Well.
So, yes. I still use Talk Comics occasionally. So, get a hold of Champ. And Champ will get a hold of me.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on the flip-flop.
We love you.
Thank you, as always, forever and ever. Amen.